Welcome to LFN News, a production of LFN Media, bringing you the latest in celebrity news, with specific analysis to keep you in the know of what is going on around you. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe, and hit the bell icon, so you never miss any of our upcoming videos. Andrea Kelly, better known as Drea, who shares 3 children with R. Kelly, has strategically positioned herself as a victim in all the cropping allegations against R. Kelly. One could easily say she has successfully pulled this off, but fate seems to be against her in the wake of this ongoing Chicago trial. She equally successfully kept her children abridged from R. Kelly, to the point that none of the 3 children truly has a real relationship with the dad. Now, it may be easy for anyone to believe this was a good thing, given that R. Kelly has faced allegation after allegation dating as far back as the early 2000s and has resultantly been in the spotlight for all the wrong reasons, and assume that by keeping the children at a distance, she was indeed keeping them safe, out of the unnecessary media attention. But truth be told, there is never a good enough reason to keep a child from their father. Even in the worst of circumstances, the presence of a father figure in any child's life is critical. Signs that the children were not happy with their mom's protective and controlling nature had already started manifesting, with their eldest daughter Joanne Kelly coming out in several interviews to confirm she still loved her dad despite all the allegations, and that she hoped she could still have a real relationship with him. She was once quoted saying, "I can't hate him, he is my father and that will never change. I know him, he is my father and I grew up in that house to a certain extent. I spent some years in that house. It was my home." In fact, Joanne has always had hopes of recreating her relationship with her dad to the point of collaborating with him on the song "Wanna Be There," a plea to restore their broken relationship. It appears on R. Kelly's 2015 album, The Buffet. "When you conquer the world, I just wanna be there. But no matter how successful, baby girl, when you need someone to lean on, I just wanna be your shoulder," R. Kelly sings to Joanne on the song. "At that time, I was in a place where I was genuinely trying to have a relationship with my father," she said. "But it was so complicated at that time, as it always is. It was a great experience, I'm glad that I did it, but it just wasn't like what everybody assumed, and that's the part that sucks. It wasn't this big kumbaya moment," she lamented. She acknowledges that she and her father share a passion for creating music and that she was still greatly motivated by her dad R. Kelly. "There are many aspects of him as an artist that still motivate me. I can't help but think that if Andrea had not been so protective of her children, then maybe, just maybe, Joanne Kelly would have already established a good father-daughter relationship with her father R. Kelly against all odds." In her bid to keep her kids tucked away from the public eye and distanced from their father's troubles, she even managed to keep their youngest, Robert Kelly Jr., now 21, from social media, by blocking him from opening any personal social media account. In fact, the only time we actually get to hear from the boy is through occasional posts through his mother's social media accounts. Absurd. Well, looks like all this was playing out well for Drea until the new fateful revelations in the ongoing R. Kelly Chicago trial. It has come to light that in one of the infamous tapes that were presented to the jury for viewing, away from the public eye and media, Andrea is seen indulging with a man, alleged to be R. Kelly, and a young girl, alleged to be Jane. Well, this could only mean that Andrea Kelly, the lady who has played the victim card all these years, could very easily have been involved directly in all the allegations from the alleged victims. How disappointing. This also means that should R. Kelly be implicated by any of these tapes, then there is no way Andrea will escape this. As they always say, they go down together. This would never be okay for the family, especially with the kids realizing their mother was actually directly involved in the exploitation of girls, and the mere possibility that their mother is actually an abuser, that would have to do jail time for her wrongs. Nothing can be more shuddering for the children. But also, based on the way their mother kept them distant from their father, throwing all sorts of blame at him and painting him as a bad father that has never been there for them, the kids would realize that her intentions were merely selfish and were never for their good. Although it could be a little too late for the children to build a real relationship with their dad, with the realization that their mom is actually not what she presented herself to be, including participating in the infamous Surviving R. Kelly docuseries where she made an effort to tarnish R. Kelly's reputation. The kids would make an effort to visit and try start a relationship with the dad, however late. But of course, family is family and they could in no time start getting along again with their mother. But one thing we can be sure of, they may never be able to forgive her. It is one thing to deny children a relationship with their father, but doing so for all the wrong reasons and then go ahead to lie about it, acting like you are the victim, that they may never forgive. Here is what some of our followers had to say about it. Deborah says, Andrea Kelly did the unthinkable. There is no way you can be involved in such an act and then try play the victim card. Did she think that all the evidence had already been buried? Did she not take any time to think of how the children would take it, knowing that there was video evidence somewhere? The best thing she could have done would be coming clean of her sins and dropping the whole idea of trying to tarnish their father's name. This would have given her a chance to create an opportunity for the kids to build relationships with their dad. Well, you could say now it's a little too late for her and she is solely to blame. What a shame. Noah says, I have never figured out why Andrea Kelly chose to speak ill of her ex-husband. We have seen many celebrity breakups, but most exes choose to stay in a good close relationship even after the breakup, usually for the good of the children. Even after we have seen lengthy custody hearings that may not end up in favor of one of the couples, we have seen the other person endeavoring to ensure that the children get to have a relationship with the other parent. I think Andrea chose the wrong path and she may have to pay for it for the rest of her life. That's all we had for you today. Please share with us in the comment section below, whether you think that what Andrea Kelly did is forgivable and whether they will actually be forgiven by her children. We value your honest opinion. Thank you for watching LFN News, a production of LFN Media, giving you another view of issues at hand. To get notified whenever we post a new video, subscribe to this channel now and hit the notification icon. And remember to give us your comment on the subject matter below.